Let's simplify two of the best Town Hall 13 attack strategies you can use with one overpowered troop, the Dragon Rider, and how you can earn more 3 stars consistently with them. What's going on, my friends? My name's Corrupt. Let's start with the most requested Town Hall 13 Dragon Rider attack, the Queen Charge Dragon Riders. This is a really strong army, and the idea is you want to mainly lure out the enemy CC. So the attacker in this case is going to start by creating the funnel for your Queen Charge. You're going to use maybe baby dragons or sneaky goblins to create one side of the funnel, and you're going to use the Barbarian King on the other side so you're able to control where your queen is going into. In this case, the attacker wants to go in for the Town Hall. That way, you're able to get a good amount of value. Now, of course, you don't always need to go in for the Town Hall, but of course, you do want to try and get as much funneling as you can. So using a rage spell in order to make sure that you're able to get through the Town Hall, not to worry all too much. You could use that Barbarian King to get through something like a scatter shot if possible. And you want to make sure that you're able to rage up your queen while you're dealing with the enemy CC. It makes it so much better and so much easier so you're able to keep your queen alive. You really want to make sure, so if you have to use another rage spell, you can do so. But you want to deal with the enemy CC. Now, of course, with this attack strategy, you're going to be using the Royal Champion. A smart decision is to use her to expand on the funneling that your King and your Queen Charge has already done. That way, you're able to not only set up much more of the funnel and expand that, but to also get more value, such as air defenses or even expos if it's possible. So you want to make sure that you're trying to get the most out of it. So in this case, he uses the Royal Champion, using that to get rid of the air defense, while the Queen Charge is still doing her own thing and moving her way across. You could use a Battle Blimp, but the Stone Slammer is far more effective. And you will see why in a couple seconds. The main idea here is to expand on that funnel. Once you've gotten enough from it, you can start using that Stone Slammer and sending your Dragon Riders into the base. Now, you do, of course, want to be careful. Don't have that Stone Slammer pop too early, but if it does or you accidentally pop it, then that can be completely fine. You want to make sure that you're using free spells on the single target Infernos if you're seeing that, and using the Grand Warden ability as early as possible. You may also want to bring Headhunters to take care of the enemy heroes. However, if you have the Stone Slammer, you could bring an Inferno Dragon or Dragon in there to get rid of an enemy Queen or enemy Royal Champion. So while you're able to continue to work your way across, you do want to make sure that you have Dragon Riders going into the core of the base, especially if there is a core multi-target Inferno. So as you're able to work yourself across, you want to be able to make sure that you have that Grand Warden ability, whether it's in the core or not, and you want to make sure that you have enough Dragon Riders to absolutely swiftly move through. Now, to avoid getting time fails, make sure to use minions right behind using your Dragon Riders. The Dragon Riders are guaranteed to get all the way through, but the minions are very important because they are for cleanup. Dragon Riders are not like dragons, so they don't go for anything, so using the minions for cleanup is really, really important. So that way, you can easily get a triple with the use of the Queen Charge Dragon Riders. Now, if you want to use something else outside of the Queen Charge Dragon Riders, you can always use the Skelly Hydra. This is using Inferno Dragons with Dragon Riders with skeleton spells. It's really that simple. So how you want to start this attack is to create the funnel. The base identification is mainly just spamming it in, but creating a funnel on two sides that are easy, and then you also want to use a Royal Champion or your Dragons and Dragon Riders to get to the Eagle Artillery. That is the main defense that you want to get rid of. Other than that, you're just going to be spamming everything in, funneling, and then using your Dragon Riders and your Inferno Dragons. You can use a pre-placed skeleton spell or two to look for, or at least to distract early on, so you're able to make sure that you're able to work yourself across. Using these skeleton spells to distract single Infernos, enemy heroes, and some multi-Inferno beams allows you to still move your way through. You can use that Grand Warden ability that allows you to get over to the Town Hall with no problem, and you mainly want to use that Royal Champion to get rid of the Eagle Artillery, and that also allows you to use the skeleton spells in different areas, like to distract the scatter shots or the multi-inferno beams. And you will want to use free spells on air defenses, on the scatter shots if possible, the multi-infernos, etc. And some of the free spell placement in this one is a little weird, but if you really want a quick attack, I mean, this attack was really quick, and even though the CC was lured out at this point, it's not even really that big of a deal anymore. This is a really, really strong army, and this is a very, very quick army, if I will say that. Inferno Dragons and Dragon Riders, mixing them together provides so much support. If you're not using this variation or this attack strategy, this might be a good one to try out, even if you have some lower level heroes, because really all you're doing with your heroes is funneling. And if you have not yet checked out that video, make sure you guys check it out at the end. But if you enjoy all the content here that I do here on the channel, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any educational, informative content here, all about attack strategies and how you guys can use them at Town Hall 12 and Town Hall 13. Hopefully that kind of gives you guys an idea of how you guys can use the Dragon Riders, Inferno Dragons, and Skeletons. Let's also give you another example with the Queen Charge Dragon Riders. Now, as I said, you never always have to use your Queen Charge to go in for the Town Hall directly, like in the first example. So what you're able to do here, like in this case, is looking at the enemy CC. Once you figure out that you can lure it out by going into a certain part, you're going to create the funnel with the use of maybe some sneaky goblins. This can really play a big part. You can also use your Barbarian King to create the funnel to close off that side, so you're allowing yourself to get your queen to go right into the base. That's exactly what you want. And in this case, the Barbarian King is going to go in for the scatter shot. That's going to help you get a lot more value from the funneling. So being able to lure out the enemy CC, could use a free spell against a multi-inferno just to make sure that the healers don't die, or at least they don't get super weak where a red air bomb would take them out. And you want to be able to lure out the enemy CC. Now, like the other example, like the previous Queen Charge Dragon Rider example, you're going to use the Royal Champion to move herself across. You want to make sure that she's expanding on the funneling so you're able to get a little bit more. Now, in this base, there are 2 ground X spells that can be really annoying with all the damage. Even a rage spell might not be able to get you through. So sometimes using the queen ability might be a safe play if you plan on doing so. You can allow your queen to break through the wall. That way she can get over to the town hall, like in this case, or you can bring a super wall breaker to get her in. Now, of course, you're using that Royal Champion on the left-hand side in order to create the funnel on this base specifically. And trying to get through air defenses is a really important thing, so the Royal Champion was able to get through 2 air defenses, and that really allows him to control where the Dragon Riders are going. So if I pause here for a second, you notice that all of them are moving in for the core. That's exactly what you want. You've got the use of the Stone Slammer to control where they are. And you can also use the Inferno Dragon to get through an enemy RC or enemy queen. This allows you so much value, and you could use that Grand Warden ability in the core, like I mentioned earlier, to get through the multi-Infernos in the core, or the single Infernos in the core. That allows you to have a lot more power going in. And you've got the use of a ton of balloons that you're able to move yourself across. You've got the Dragon Riders that do a lot of work. And overall, you can absolutely wreck almost any base with Queen Charge Dragon Riders right now. Overall, the main tips to give is make sure that you do not time fail by using the minions, and you've also got to make sure that you're expanding on the funneling with your Royal Champion, funneling with the Barbarian King, and of course the Queen Charge, so you've got an easy lane with your Stone Slammer and your Dragon Riders as they work themselves through the base, so you can get a very easy triple with it. Now, this base is not maxed out, but hear me out, this is still very, very good versus multiple single target Infernos and maybe even a multi. Overall, the same rules apply. creating two sides of the funnel, one side with the queen, one side with the king. Maybe throw in a royal champion with the archer queen or barbarian king to get some damage off, and then using your balloons and your dragon riders with your inferno dragons all the way through the middle part of your funnel. That way you've got an easy lane to move and use your skeleton spells to distract the multi-inferno beams, the scatter shots, single infernos, etc. So you've got a lot that you can do. Of course, you do need to be very careful of the Seeking Air Mines, but using that Grand Warren ability to protect all of the Inferno Dragons and Dragon Riders as they move themselves in is really important. So as you're able to work yourself around, you've got free spells to use on the Town Hall, on stuff like maybe the single Inferno, the multi-Infernos, etc. And you want to make sure that you're still moving yourself across. In this case, the Royal Champion can also be used on the back end, not for funneling, but to get extra value. So holding on to that Royal Champion is a great idea that will help you get the 3-star more consistently if you're using this attack. Overall, this is a really strong army, and you really don't need minions for this one. All you really need is balloons, dragon riders, and inferno dragons, and you're good to go. So if you want an army that uses inferno dragons really consistently, this is a great army. You can use it with low-level heroes. I would say maybe the Queen Charge Dragon Riders you could save for more mid-max heroes, but overall, this is a really strong army, and you will definitely want to use this. It is a super quick and super insanely strong army. I would even consider this to be broken in the game, but those are two of the best Town Hall 13 attacks that you can use right now. What do you think about these Dragon Rider attacks? Are they really overpowered and need a nerf, or do you think that they're fairly balanced? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell if you want to see more content like this, and make sure to use code CORRUPT in any Supercell game, and I'll catch you in the next video. Corrupt, signing out.